Let's go to the Jets. The Jets lose Breece Hall and that right tackle who was unbelievable for them, and Robert Saleh.
Vera Tucker.
Yeah, him. Great player, fucking great player. I apologize for forgetting your name. There's a lot of humans that we talk about on a daily basis, including college football. That's on me. Robert Saleh has kept them in it and kept them moving. They trade for James Robinson. They also had another running back that was fucking all over the place yesterday, and their run schemes are incredible. What are you hearing out of the Jets? Is this maintainable forever? And are these the new Jets? Is this what the future looks like for the gangrene over there in Jets world?
I think, yeah, I mean, they do a lot of things well. I mean, they really do. They run the heck out of the ball, even though like when Breece Hall went out, he was on his way to being one of the best players in the NFL. I'm not talking about running backs. I mean, one of the best players in the
Concur.
NFL. That's a massive loss. Vera Tucker, who's a guard, by the way, he goes out, that's one of the best guards in the NFL. That hurts, too. And all they do is play great defense against the best team in the NFL or one of the top 2 best teams and still run it with a couple guys who are basically backups. The only thing with the Jets, and it's a big only thing, is that the quarterback needs to play well and cannot turn the ball over. If Zach Wilson just doesn't turn it over, this is a playoff team. And like, I don't know how much the public sentiment matters. I think people like watching the Jets. I think people believe in them. But everyone has questions about the quarterback. And until he answers, it's going to be like, well, yeah, the Jets look good, but,
Yeah, that's just like the Jets. It's happening with the Vikings as well. The Vikings are unbelievable. Let's even the Seahawks. I mean, people are like, yeah, but it's the Seahawks because they're without Russell Wilson. There's a lot of surprise teams this year. I'd be pumped for the Jets. Tough division. And I heard Robert Saleh say freaking in the postgame, which that might be his thing, but and he could beat my ass. I know Robert Saleh is super intense. Everybody respects him. Everybody loves him. Everybody enjoys him. Did not know he was a freaking over fucking guy. Must judge him a little bit for that. But he's got the boys rallied. I'm happy for him. Ian Rapoport has a tweet about this. QB Josh Allen is likely to be limited this week because of an elbow injury suffered late in Sunday's loss. But as of right now, it is considered a situation to monitor rather than an ailment that would keep him out of the game, sources say. He's still undergoing tests to be sure. Josh Allen is one of those dudes that I enjoy watching him play football. I had a new guy on a new team parlay with TJ Hawkinson, who had 9 targets and 9 catches. Kirko Chains told us about that last hour. I didn't know those were his exact targets and catches, but that's an incredible start for TJ with the Minnesota Vikings. He did not score a touchdown, so that ruined my parlay. But also, Nyheim Hines only got like 1 target. He did not get into the end zone, but Nyheim Hines joins that team. You would assume that offense would be more explosive if you add another weapon. They were not. It was pretty similar to a situation that they had down in Miami where the offense kind of sputtered a little bit, made some mistakes that you don't expect them to make. Josh Allen was still able to do Josh Allen things because Josh Allen is 6'6" and runs a 4.4 or whatever, and he can run people over, 2 touchdowns running. He was still able to affect the game, but when it came to the passing, I don't know if it was the Jets shutting them down. Sauce Gardner had like nine passes defended, a pick, and then a game winner or whatever, I think, at the end of it. He's a stud. That Jets defense is unbelievable. But the Bills seem to be out of sorts. Is that the elbow injury? Is it just a down week that's going to happen in the NFL? And what do we think about the mustache, Josh Allen? I love the mustache, personally. I hope it sticks around.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of times guys will usually shave those things if they lose a game. But, yeah, hopefully Josh Allen stays with it. I really do. But the elbow, I think Ian even said, like, he still threw a dart after his elbow situation, but the fact that he's limited, that's another thing with cold weather too. Your elbow's not going to feel better as the year goes if it's a little dinged up.
Josh, I just feels like Josh.
Luckily, he's the toughest guy on the planet.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch.
So he'd be all right.
Yeah, it feels like you're going to have to – it's an upper body. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that's how Josh Allen's going to view it. But does that change some things? The pinpoint accuracy that he has displayed that has made him Josh Allen, does that get affected because he has to adjust a little bit? Who knows? I guess we could start judging it all. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. I have not lost faith in the Bills at all, though.
No,
at all.
Not me.
No.
At all. I like the Jets a lot. I think the Jets are a fucking great team. Get a win over Buffalo. Hey, way to go, way to go, Gary V.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good game, Buffalo.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
did he post a couple? I didn't
6-2 since the receipts thing happened with Robert Saleh. Gary V had obviously the receipts motherfucker from the living room. This past game against Buffalo, he just congratulated Buffalo on a good game from the crowd. I fucking love that Gary V has been a fan of the Jets when they were terrible, and now that they are good, he's getting to enjoy it and reap the benefit. Go work, Gary V.
Good work, Gary.
Good work, Gary.
Congrats on a big win. Congrats on the Jets being much different than the Jets have been for a long time. They got a young group that's ready to go. And on the flip side, I have not lost faith in the Bills at all. I think sometimes weeks like this just happen, and the Jets are a fucking good football team. Let's go to Ty Cleanse.
I don't know who this is.
Ty. Is this?
Hashtag
that you?
PMS, I don't want to overreact, but it's over. Cancel the season. The Jets accountants have all the receipts tucked away, and they're about to run the table. Gary V, Saleh, Douglas, all the boys over there in New York playing for the young team, playing great football. I don't know what they're going to do this season. Keep the receipt there if they end up doing great. I apologize for saying the Indians probably ain't going to fucking win shit this year. That really matters. Although you're going to win a lot of games. You're going to have a hell of a run. I see wild card potentially in there with a loss inevitably to somebody, which is a shame. But the young core there is only proving to be great. Next year they're going to be even better. Saleh's all the way back. I fucking love what the Jets are up to. And it seems like Jets fans are excited as well, which is a first, I think, for a long time.
Oh, I think it's definitely the Jets fans are juiced. And I feel like it's so valuable to get a guy like Sauce Gardner in first round. He comes in, steps in from day one, and he's a lockdown corner. And he's playing with a ton of confidence. I know he got a pick yesterday. Like, having somebody like that is huge for your defense. Now, obviously, I have a lot of players around him that are very good too. But, man, when you hit on a corner in the first round, he comes in and he's going to be a cornerstone for a long time. Like, it's got to be a good feeling.
Well, it's a standard setter for the next draft class. It's a standard setter for this draft class. Like, hey, this is what our guy's doing. And they hit on both. Wilson's doing good things as well. I mean, they have hit on
all of them. Farrah Tucker, before he got hurt, was unbelievable.
Breece
Hall.
Hall.
Like, they slaughtered the draft this year.
Congrats to the Jets. Excited to watch the Jets the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, excited to watch it. Who knows what they're going to do at quarterback?
Yeah, it's every team in the AFC East except for the Patriots, where it's like, oh wow, they have a lot of young talent. And granted, the Patriots still had Bill, so it isn't as big of a deal.
People still high on Mac?
No, not at all.
No?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
They want Bailey? They want Zappy already?
I don't know if they're high on either of them. I don't think you can look at either of those guys and then look at the other young quarterbacks around the NFL and say, like, oh, yeah, they can hang with Josh Allen and Mahomes and Burrow and even Tua now. Because Lamar. And granted, maybe you get Mac a Lambo, like someone who is a complete game changer where you can just get the ball in their hands and they can take off because he's never had a guy like that. But no, I don't think anyone's high on Mac.
Might become more readily available, these wide receivers that are unbelievable. One-on-ones and 7-on-7s are changing the game. You look at all the young DBs out there right now that are drafted high. These guys that have been doing one-on-ones for content for the last 5-6 years.
7-on-7 leagues all around the country. Yeah.
Ballers. Wide receivers, ballers. These young guys are very, very good. I think we need to start recognizing that as well as we continue. Because a couple years ago, whenever a young draft class came through and they were unbelievable wide receiver, I was like, hey, they make content out of like working on routes. Like that's like what they do to get over. Like that's what they've been getting applauded for working harder.
Yeah.
From a younger age. They've been getting more reps, more practice. There's content to be made of them competing against each other, doing the exact thing they'll be doing for a profession later. Like they're being encouraged to get better at a much younger age by everybody, not just like a coach or a parent, but the entire world's like, ooh, that's nasty. And now everybody's chasing like that work. I think that is going to have a ripple effect into the talent level at these positions. And I think we're starting to see it. I think it's only going to go forward. So I think the Lambo that you're looking for, I think there's going to be a lot of them coming into the NFL. I think weapons and DBs coming into the NFL are going to be much better than they have ever been in the past. And I think it's because of the 7-on-7, 1-on-1 shit going on the internet, personally.
Yeah, they're playing against the top-tier competition from, like, age 12 on.
Every weekend.
Every single weekend, they're still like those guys have a lot of pride. It's all being filmed, like it's pressure situations for them. I know it's 7-on-7, but still, like they want to win. You see everything, like they're competing, and it's a big deal. Like that whole circuit, and they're also being coached better too. There's all these different coaches around them and high-profile people and execs. Like it's a different world. I feel like.
And if you get dunked on, you're going to get exposed to millions of people as a high schooler. You get yammed on as a high schooler at DB, everybody's going to see it. DB hovers over your head, bats it down, dances in your face. Millions of people are going to see that on the internet. So the mental toughness that these dudes are getting, like, you know, like everything, not even just the skills.
They can handle it. Like, they can get beat in the play. They get in the NFL, you can get beat. It's obviously like one-on-one, you get beat, they can come back and get a pick the next series because they've been there, like they've been through it. They know like one play at a time doesn't matter, short memory.
Been embarrassed. And on the flip side, have yammed on somebody like that. I think it's just all good. I think it's all good when it comes to the skill position. So maybe Bill finds a couple up there.
Yeah, I mean, he's done great with the corners, and we were sending stuff into the group yesterday. I think Sauce Gardner, Derek Stinley Jr., Jack Jones for the Patriots. I think one of the Seahawks corners.
Woolen?
Was
Tariq Woolen?
Yeah, Tariq. I don't think all of them rookies. I don't think any of them have given up a touchdown.
I know. I think it was Kobe Bryant. I think it was the other corner.
Kobe Bryant. The other rookie corner. That's just done.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.